The beat is the backbone of music, and jazz is no exception. Phil Dunlap and his guest Kevin Gianino give an overview of the drums on this installment of Building Blocks of Jazz.
Hello and welcome to the Building Blocks of Jazz. My name is Phil Dunlap, and today we're going to talk about the basics of the swing and bossa nova grooves. And here to help me demonstrate and break down the components of those grooves is my good friend, Mr. Kevin Gianino. He is jazz percussion instructor at Webster University, as well as an in-demand clinician and musician here in St. Louis and around the U.S. So Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Phil.
So before we start talking about the basics of those grooves, let's talk about your setup and what a young drummer should look for as they piece together a drum set. So what do you have here?
This is a four-piece drum set, 14 by 18-inch bass drum, 14 by 14 on the floor tom, 8 by 12 monotom, and 5.5 by 14 snare drum.
So we have the actual drums themselves. What about your cymbals?
These are both ride cymbals, usually within a range of 18 to 22 inches. This is a 20-inch ride cymbal. This is a 20-inch ride cymbal. And down here I have 13-inch hi-hats.
So we have the cymbals, we have the drums. The last component is sticks. So what should students look for when they select drumsticks?
I would recommend probably about a 5A, maybe a little lighter than that for jazz playing.
So we have all the components of a drum set. Now we're going to talk about the basics of the swing pattern, which swing forms the basis of what we know of as American jazz music. So let's break down that groove and then talk about its components. So Kevin, maybe you can play us a swing pattern?
All right.
Now let's break this pattern down, and I think it would be helpful for students if you can explain what each of your limbs is doing, and then we can put them all back together.
Sure, the right hand on the ride cymbal is playing what we call the ride pattern. Hi-hat is on 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The snare and bass are just conversing with each other, just improvising and complementing each other creatively.
So let's put that all together and hear what that swing pattern sounds like. Now let's take a look at our second groove, the bossa nova, which comes to us from Brazil. Kevin, can you give us a basic bossa nova pattern?
Sure.
So again, let's break that groove down and give us what the individual components are.
Okay, right hand on the ride cymbal again is just playing straight eighth notes. Hi-hat again is on 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Snare drum is playing the clave pattern. And then bass drum is playing an ostinato.
So put it all together and we have a bossa nova pattern. Let's hear it.
Okay.
So obviously it is important to understand that within each of these grooves there's a lot of room for variation and improvisation, but these are the basics to help you get the solid foundation you need to succeed with these drum grooves. So Kevin, thank you for joining us. Thank you at home for joining us. Before we go, Kevin, who are some famous drummers you point students to?
Definitely Art Blakey, Tony Williams, Roy Haynes.
There are a lot more out there, so don't be afraid to check out a lot of drummers. Kevin, thanks for stopping by and sharing your expertise with us. Thank you at home for joining us. Come back next time, or who knows what great things we'll learn. Kevin, maybe you can play us out with something?
Okay.